Okay, ready?
Yeah. Hello, my name is Khadija Zaid. I'm your instructor for today, and this is the part 1 of the speaking test. Can you show me your identification card or any valid ID you have?
Hi, this is my passport. This is the one I used for my registration. You can take a look at it.
Okay, thank you. How are you? Can you tell me about yourself?
Okay, good day. Well, I am good and doing great. Thank you for that. My name is Rochelle Delantar Castillo. You can call me Rosh for short. I am 26 years of age. I am a Filipina, born and raised in the Philippines. I am the oldest and only daughter in the family. I have 2 younger brothers, and the youngest is currently studying in the university, taking up criminology, the same course of my second brother, actually.
That's great. And what do you do for a living?
Well, I am currently working here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, as an office secretary and a liaison welfare officer at the same time in a recruitment agency for domestic helpers. I facilitate the workers with their specific problems, assist them in solving their problems and stuff like that. I am also sending emails to our Philippine agencies counterparts on regards to their workers updates and follow-ups whenever their workers having problems or cases needs to be solved. I am a teacher by profession actually. I took Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Social Studies. I graduated last 2016, April 7.
Okay. And how is your work so far?
Well, the work is good, though it's quite frustrating and exhausting because it's actually not that easy solving problems, especially big problems like, rape, molestation, maltreatment, or physical abuse, or let's just say psychological abuse in general. Cases like these are very tough. Like, we need to file case against the employers, especially if there are employers who doesn't want to, cooperate and coordinate with us in solving their workers' complaints. It's so hard and literally giving us hard time solving the problems. I can't say I am enjoying my work because to be honest, I am not, but I am happy at the same time because, I can be able to help my fellow countrymen with their problems or questions or concerns. So I think to be fair, I'm kind of like don't really like my work, but I like it in a way because it's challenging, if that makes any sense. Yeah.
Okay, Rush. Thank you for that. And that's the end of the part 1 speaking test. Now I'm gonna give you a piece of paper and a pencil. I'll ask you a question, then you need to answer. You will be given 1 minute to prepare your answer and 2 minutes for you to explain your answer. This is now a part 2 of your speaking test in GT Allied exam. Here is your paper and your pencil. Do not touch it yet until I say so. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, good. Here's your question. Describe a useful electronic device you would like to own. You should say what it is, how it will help your life, if it will be expensive to buy, and explain why you would like it. Now your 1 minute preparation starts now. Okay, Rush. Your 1 minute is done. You can now explain your answer, and I will give you 2 minutes. Make sure to answer all in the ballot card. Don't worry if I stop you. Your 2 minutes starts now.
Okay, thank you for that question. It is actually nice that you've asked me that question because in my work that I always having an appointment outside, like, going to the Philippine Embassy or in the Minister of Labor, police, or in the Philippine Overseas Labor Office to, file for a case or any specific case that needs an assistance. I would say a car. It would really be a big help in terms of my work. Though we have some office drivers that, can send me to my appointment outside, sometimes they're not available. Sometimes they have some appointment also to do. And it's really hard for me to wait for them whenever I needed them and they're not available, and it's a waste of time. Especially I have, urgent things to do outside. Like transportation is really important for my work. Without it, I can't do things rush and urgently outside. So having a car makes my life quite easy and lighter, and it is very convenient because I will not have to wait any longer for the driver to pick me up or send me whenever I need to go. Having car is quite a maintenance and a bit expensive to buy. But for me, I prefer to buy those second-handed cars and not so high in maintenance to repair. For as long as it will, work properly and in a good condition, there's no problem at all. Like, I don't need to buy expensive things as I am not a high maintenance person as well. I appreciate small things and simple things rather than, big things. So buying second-handed car is not a big deal for me as long as I can use it and it won't delay my time is, much appreciated. And also because of the, growing population today, commuting is really a headache. So buying not so expensive things are, so-called practical in a way.
Great. Thank you. Now for the part 3 of speaking test. How do people in your country feel about art?
Well, to be honest, I am not really into art, but as I've observed, people nowadays are engaging themselves into art. There are some parents like to send their children into an art class. And if you can see the children's faces doing different kinds of arts, makes them happy and interactive in a way.
Do people in your country prefer music over art?
Well, back in the Philippines, people are very into music. Like, music is our remedy, spending some spare time or hanging out with some friends or relatives. Actually, karaoke is our thing to kill some time or, boredom. Especially if you live in the province, karaoke is really popular. But if you go to some cities, especially part of Manila, there are people who love doing art. I would say art, especially for rich ones, is thing for them, or it's a thing for them. So I guess people who prefer music over art are, those people living in the province, and the people who lived in the city preferred art over music. So I think it's a fair argument, but overall, we Filipinos are known to be good at karaoke even if we know how to sing or not at all. So it's our spur time.
Good. What are some traditional art forms in your country?
There are actually a lot of traditional art forms in my country, but to name a few, because there's so many to mention, I would say painting, sculpture, literature, architecture, theater, film, and music. These are actually our major traditional art forms in the Philippines.
Wow. How has art changed in the past few decades in your country?
Well, again, as I was saying, I was actually not into an art. But over the years, when Spaniards started colonizing the Philippines, they introduced formal paintings, sculpture, and architectures influenced by Gothic, Byzantine, Baroque, and Rococo art style, if I'm not mistaken. Most art religious, Catholic based. Spanish colonialism. Spanish colonialism lived in the Filipinos' antique furniture and carving designs.
Wow. Let's move from art in your country to art education. Do you think children should study art in school?
Well, I would say yes, because in my opinion, art also represents what our culture is. Like for instance, how we lived before, or our way of living, or our life in general. Culture is one we always be proud of, and children can be able to share their knowledge to other nationalities or countries around the world through the help of art, and where they could learn so many things.
Okay. How can children benefit from learning about art?
Well, again, art is an open door to know our culture. So through art, children can be able to, gain a lot of knowledge or learnings. So art is also a part of our history where they can use it as their stock knowledge in the future.
Well, do you think the government should provide support for art and cultural activities?
Sorry, what is your question again?
Do you think the government should provide support for art and cultural activities?
Art and culture are always part of our lives. So not only on how we use it every single day living, but it is also our history as a citizen of our country. So I think it would be better if the government will support or give support to our locals when it comes to art and cultural activities. As again, it is part of who we are as a citizen of a specific country we're living in.
Wow, okay, thank you. Okay then, Rochelle, that's great. Now we are done in the part 3 of your speaking test. You just need to wait for your result and we will send it to your email. Thank you, and you may go now.
Oh, thank you so much. Have a great day ahead and God bless you too.